Did you know that it's our unconscious? That enigmatic shadow lurking beneath the surface, that secretly steers the winding course of our lives? Like a masterful puppeteer hidden behind a velvet curtain, it pulls invisible strings, crafting situations from the ether and breathing life into programs etched deep within us. It's a quiet architect, shaping every choice, every step we take in the intricate dance of our days, nudging us along paths we scarcely notice. What's most chilling, almost haunting, is how these forces weave their magic beyond our grasp. Like faint murmurs in a darkened room, we strain to hear but never catch. Their silence cloaks their power, yet they pulse alive beneath our skin, undeniable as a heartbeat. From this shadowy truth dawns a brilliant epiphany. To repaint the sprawling canvas of our existence, to redirect those winding trails, we must first venture inward and reshape the unseen depths of who we are. But how does one mold what cannot be held? The journey begins with a daring leap into the murky waters of our subconscious programs. Those whispered scripts that hum beneath our every move, guiding us like an ancient compass. These are the threads we must unravel and reweave, for only then can we transform the very soul of our consciousness, setting it ablaze with new light. When we do, the world bends to our will, and desired events flow toward us like a shimmering river, pulling us effortlessly toward the radiant horizon of our dream life. You're likely perched on the precipice now, gazing into that abyss, your mind alight with restless questions. How do we rewrite this hidden code? Can we truly storm the fortress of the subconscious? How do we grasp the reins of its wild, untamed might? Joe Dispenza, a cartographer of the mind's uncharted realms, lights the way. To shift the subconscious, we must slip past its gates and wander its halls. It's a loyal servant, bound to the blueprints we've scrawled, whether by accident or intent, within its echoing chambers. Here lies the golden key, glinting with untold promise in the dim light. Our subconscious isn't a sealed tomb but a living tapestry, yearning for fresh colors and bold new patterns. With the precision of a master craftsman, I assure you, we can carve success into its weave, sketching vivid portraits of the life we ache to claim, each line a heartbeat closer to our truest fate. Imagine it as a boundless computer, its circuits buzzing with a symphony of programs and tasks, a mirror reflecting the chaos and beauty of our inner world. Some, in their frustration, swing the frail hammer of reason to smash these cycles. But it's a hollow fight, like screaming into a gale, unheard and unheeded. Picture yourself raging at a machine as it churns through its coded dance, blind to your pleas of stop. Enough, a fool's errand, isn't it? No. The true path cuts deeper. You must slip into the machine's glowing core, its pulsing operating system, and rewrite its story from within. There, amid the hum of possibility, you can erase the old, tired commands and inscribe new ones, vibrant, luminous directives that echo your soul's deepest hunger. We are no different. Flesh and spirit wired for the same alchemy of change. So how do we breach the subconscious veil? The power of the subconscious, it's a tempest, fierce and wondrous, swirling just beneath our waking thoughts. How do we bridle its storm? Here's a revelation to ponder. Sinking into sadness, letting sorrow pool like ink in your veins, is a habit as ruinous as the slow burn of a cigarette against fragile lungs. You might swear the world conspires to bury you beneath its weight, stacking misfortune like bricks around your heart, your stumbles blamed on destiny's cruel hand. Yet strip away that mirage, and a sharper truth cuts through. It's not the universe, it's you, clutching a quiet, desperate need to feel the bite of pain, drawing losses to your side like moths circling a trembling flame. I know, it's a jagged pill to swallow, but hold fast. Let's untangle this web together and chase the glimmers of clarity. How do we rewrite the chapters of our tale? Where does the ink first meet the page? I offer you a compass, a step-by-step guide to pierce the subconscious, shroud and stride into the sunlit meadows of your dream life. Step 1. Stand firm and whisper to your soul, a vow as steady as stone. I will change. I yearn for happiness, not a fleeting ember, but a roaring fire to cradle my spirit through the days. With eyes unclouded, summon the winds of renewal to sweep through you. Let the questions rise like tide water in your chest. How do I recast my life? Which road unfurls toward a reality dipped in hues I cherish? Pause, breathe, and ask, what does living my dream life paint across my heart in vivid, pulsing strokes? Then let your wishes flare. Fierce and unapologetic, know your cravings. Fix your gaze, and let your thoughts climb like dawn spilling over a slumbering earth. But beware, the path may buckle here, and you might stand bewildered, watching the skyline refuse to shift despite the brilliance of your will. What chains you still? Joe Dispenza peers through this fog and murmurs a piercing truth. Within us yawns a silent rift. We cannot sip the nectar of pure joy. The mind and body, once twined as one, now drift like ships lost to separate tides. The body, that steadfast companion, has drunk deep from stress's bitter well, its taste now stitched into its marrow. Your consciousness reaches for sunlight, for the song of laughter, but your flesh clings to dusk, savoring the old, familiar sting. It's no mystery, decades of shadow have carved it so. A shrine to sorrow you've raised with your own hands, in blunt strokes. You've taught your body to gorge on darkness, stranding you in a quiet despair that whispers from the subconscious depths. This is why Joe Dispenza's call cuts through the haze. Positive thoughts alone are a fragile breeze, too weak to topple the citadel of rooted misery. So what bridge must we cross next? Step 2 rises before us. A bold banner unfurled. We've learned that wishful musings are but gossamer threads. Now we must hammer new habits into the body's forge, teaching it to leap in joy's wild dance. How do we kindle this fire? Picture the scene, stark and true. Day after day, legions trudge through a haze of stress, their minds snared by the thorns of a tomorrow yet unshaped, or clawing through the bracken of a yesterday that still bleeds. They relive moments of betrayal, jagged slivers of hurt and shame until the brain, a restless herald, pours signals into the body. A chest cinched tight, a throat choked with thorns, a fresh draft of woe that plants seeds for future grief. But here's a wonder to hold. The brain weaves no border between dream and dawn. Memory and moment, each thought flares alive, and the body quakes as if kissed by reality's breath. To rewrite your subconscious tale, you must etch new chapters, habits that gleam with promise, pathways to a brighter tide. Take happiness, a pursuit worth every step. Call forth visions of a future awash in gold. And if you sift the ashes of the past, gather only the embers that still glow warm and true. As these soft images flare bright, the brain, tricked by their luster, murmurs to the body that they've already bloomed, and the body sings back with a swell of delight. Feel it wash over you, the warmth, the lift, a cascade of joy threading through your bones. To reshape your depths, summon these visions often, triumphs, loves, days you trade a lifetime to live. With each echo, neural vines twist anew, rooting joy into your core until your body hungers for its taste. Rehearse your shining tomorrow ceaselessly. Let it sink into your mind's fertile earth, bathing in the emotions it stirs, until your flesh trusts. It's no phantom, but a dawn already broken, tilting your world toward light. Dream on, relentless and bold. Let your imagination sweep wide. Dwell in your vision. Drink deep of the raw, honest feelings that surge, and summon only the memories that shimmer with bliss. It's a sacred toil to cast off sorrow's threadbare shroud and cloak yourself in the craving to glow. How do you turn life's current? Face it square and call it yours. See, you beg the universe each dawn for a taste of joy, yet your soul lingers in suffering's well-worn groove. So deftly carved that you mutter through the hours, flinging blame at a world you've painted black. You slide back into victimhood's embrace. What drags you there? It's your unconscious, a lodestone for the creeds buried deep. Dig them out, bathe them in light, and swap them for ones that shine with promise. Joe Dispenza hands you a quill, a quiet write on parchment. Step into it with me. Seek stillness. Let your lids fall heavy. Silence the mind's clamor, then speak to your higher self. That sage voice humming within. Spill your fears like ink on a windswept page. I shrink from love's reach. It bites too deep. I don a grin. But solitude gnaws my bones. Let these truths peal aloud. A bell in the stillness. Claim them. This is your unvarnished soul. Laid bare. In voicing it, you sunder old ropes, emotional knots unravel. Bonds to the world's weight dissolve. And freedom dawns. Only truth lights the way forward, fueling the soul's refinement. Trade the shadowed vow for one kissed by sun. Turn it bright and root it deep. If you've confessed, I dread love, for its scars. Recast it. I dive into love with a wild heart, for it's a wellspring of bliss. As this new creed burrows in, your brain's fragile threads reknit, neurons flare and bind, birthing a response tender and new. With these pathways aglow, a chemical tide rises. Thoughts mirrored in sensation, your body hums alive. It's a simple alchemy. When your mind dances in colors of hope and delight, your brain distills a potion of peace. Euphoria spills forth, a river of calm. But take heed. Dark musings brew venom just as swift. That's why tending your mind's soil is holy work. Joe Dispenza unveils the subconscious throne. From the quantum ocean of every fate, you can pluck your chosen star. A thought, fierce and clear, is all it takes, a seed that flowers into being, stirring feelings that flood you before the hour strikes. Your body and soul already cradling it as truth. You hold a sculptor's chisel to reality. The secret to a new dawn rests in your own marrow. You can bend the physical world with a whisper of will. Let me unfurl a wonder from Joe Dispenza's The Power of the Subconscious. Imagine a crowd cleaved in two, one half forging strength in their minds, the other hauling iron beneath the sun. Both emerged mightier, their biceps carved anew. Those who dreamed their power forth matched the sweat-soaked victors, their flesh remade without a single strain. Testament that the subconscious rewrites reality's laws. The visions we spin in our skulls throb with life, as real to brain and bone as the ground beneath. We can nudge the world's pulse with our inner eye. It's a supple realm, begging to be shaped, every mental echo a stroke on existence's vast mural. For glory or ruin, your brain murmurs to your body. The body murmurs back, certain the dream is flesh, and so it takes root, thought hardening into stone. In essence, the subconscious looms vast and mighty. We can tilt reality scales, repaint the skies, and sculpt ourselves afresh. This is no myth. Thoughts are the spark of creation, and you alone forge tomorrow's dawn. Imagine, every dream you nurse can draw breath. You're alight with purpose now, armed to reshape your hours. But listen close. One fleeting dance won't sway the heavens, plunge deep. Dream ceaselessly. Unearth the barriers within, and rebuild them with intent. Seek those inner chains, beliefs that shackle, and trade them for wings. It's an endless forging. The world yields like clay beneath the subconscious hand. A power without bounds. We each cradle a rare flame to shift the physical tide. Begin now. Dream your perfect days into blazing life. Shed suffering's husk, and step into joy, love, and peace this very hour. Cast off the old skin and choose a life ablaze with harmony. Today, not tomorrow.